guys had no interest in practice. I can't help it. Life, you probably get tired of me saying this. In life, you get what you deserve. It's real simple. You make excuses and complain and blame and bring no enthusiasm to the table, you're not going to have a lot of fun. And it's no different in whatever your endeavors or profession or whatever you try to do. It's the same thing. You bring in a lifeless approach to practice, and you go play a team like Ole Miss, which by the way, I told you meet the media guys that cover our team. I told you guys that they're pretty darn good. And you know, here's one thing, and I'm not trying to take the focus off your question, but it's the unfortunate conversation that always exists in the SEC. Now all of a sudden, you know, someone loses a road conference game to a very good team, but everyone says it's a bad loss because Ole Miss was 1-6 or whatever they were coming into the game. The league that everyone says is the best league in the country is the Big Ten. That's what everyone talks about, what a great league it is top to bottom. Last time I checked, Ole Miss beat Penn State and Missouri beat Illinois. That makes them good teams. They've lost some hard games in conference play, which is part of the deal. So we've got some really good basketball teams in this league, Ole Miss being one of them. Them here at home, they play at a high level at home. Kermit, kind of in the conundrum that I'm in, which he's got a handful of returning players and then some true freshmen that are trying to figure it out. Bottom line is today that my returning players didn't play very well. So it put onus on the freshmen, and then the freshmen didn't play very well. And when that happens, you become a team that played like we did today. And you know, that's unfortunate, but you know, it's February. It's not time to sit around and complain and, you know, do all that other negative stuff. We gotta accept responsibility and be a lot better for the next 2 days, and hopefully play a lot better on Saturday.
Frank, I think you guys got out rebounded by 10.
Yeah, we got outworked. Without even looking at the stat sheet, Colin, we got beat on every cut. We got beat on anything that required any kind of physicality. We got beat. We couldn't block some shots. We couldn't come up with the loose balls. Other than Jermaine, not one of our guards even attempted to try and drive the basketball. We couldn't pass it like on offense. We just went spread ball screen because we couldn't pass it, couldn't make a pass. But like I said, all that, give them credit. They're the ones. They came out like the team that needed to win and fight for their home court, and they took it to us, and we had no answer.
Is there anything you can do to fix that, or is that just the onus on the guys?
It's not who we've been for the last 4 weeks, but we were today. So I hope we can play a lot better the next couple of days and give ourselves a chance to play better at home on Saturday.
I think you at least the first half you had Jermaine and AJ on Tyree. Did you want to run a bunch of guys at him, or was it just a matter of put somebody in there to see?
The only guy that put up a fight on Tyree was Jermaine, the only guy. But the problem we have, which happened today, we've got a team that's got some guys that get really quiet and really passive. And you know, we had a game plan in place for when they ball screened for Tyree, but they really didn't ball screen. They just gave him space and told him to go. So the other guards that were not guarding Tyree, instead of helping each other, they just kind of stood there and let guys kind of drown and you know, on their own. And we played really selfish today. And usually when you hear the word selfish, you think you're talking about who's taking shots. We played really selfish today. We had a lot of guys that played individually. They didn't play connected to what we were trying to do.
First, what's the latest on Justin Minaya? And with Justin out, how important does that make Keyshawn to try to pick up some of what Justin does?
Absolutely. Justin's going to have surgery on his thumb tomorrow at 10 a.m. if I'm not mistaken. We'll have a better idea of the length, depending on once they go in there and they see the extent of the damage. The MRIs and all that confirmed that he did need surgery. There's a chance that he could play again. It probably won't be till March, but I don't have that answer for you until the doctors do what they have to do tomorrow morning. And then Keyshawn, I mean, Keyshawn's gotta be a lot better. Keyshawn, AJ, Keyshawn, I mean, I'm not into blaming players, they weren't very good today. And, you know, Justin brings an uplifting energy and enthusiasm to every single practice, every single day. And without him out there, it requires those guys to do more, and those guys didn't do more. And I'm not about scoring points, they just didn't do more. Justin's a very unselfish player, a very unselfish teammate that's always giving, trying to help the guy next to him. And we played really selfish today. We were into our own feelings and our own world, not good. But then again, Ole Miss made us play that way. They went at us, and it required us to have some strong character and figure out a way to overcome on the road, and we never did that.
Time for one more.
How's Justin handling this whole situation?
Yeah, he's crushed. He's crushed. You know, he's a great spirit, and he's got tremendous faith, and we're gonna help him, and he'll be okay. But he's sacrificed so much to help this team become good, and he was just starting to really play well. And to deal with another injury kind of threw him awry, but he's gonna be all right.
Thanks, everybody.